our loved ones who pass away, they also give us this message as well, कि where I am going, you will go as well. I'm leaving this world now. A time will come, you will also leave this dunya as well. There are many, many benefits of remembering death. We should remember our death. Laylatul Nisf min Sha'ban is coming. Where did our mother Aisha radiallahu anha find our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? In the cemetery. So we should visit the cemetery. It will make us realize the reality of this dunya. I would like to share with you a story regarding Haroon Rasheed's son in a couple of minutes. And this is from among the benefits of remembering death. It urges us, we will be inshallah more inclined towards performing good deeds. Remember the crusher of all desires. أَكْثِرُوا ذِكْرَ حَازِمِ اللَّذَّاتِ. When you remember death, these worldly things, they will become tasteless and we will not focus on them, we will not turn to them. Inshallah, we will turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. 22-year-old son of Haroon Rasheed, this prince, he was very pious. He would go to the ulama, he would listen to their discourses. He lived like a poor person. The way he was, he presented himself. The parliament, the people, members of parliament, they criticized him and they even spoke to Haroon Rasheed that you have to speak to him, that he needs to live like a prince. He's humiliating you. So Haroon Rasheed spoke to his son that you're disgracing me. He pointed at a bird and the bird came to him. And then he pointed at it, it left. So he showed his dad this miracle. And he said, this is disgracing me. So me living in this palace like this, I'm being disgraced. So I'm leaving. I'm going to live a life of qana'at, satisfaction, piety, contentment. So he left Baghdad and he went to Basra. And there was a man called Abu Amir Basri in Basra who needed work done in his home. So he was looking for someone, a mazdoor. And someone recommended the son of Haroon Rasheed. He never knew this is a prince. So he approached and he said, you want to work? He said, yes, this is why, we have to work hard in life. And there's two conditions. One condition is, when it's salah time, I will stop. And also, I will only get one danik. I don't want to get paid a lot. So Abu Amir Basri took him to his home and he left him, and then he came in the evening and he realized this young man had done the work of 10 men himself in one day. Next day he went, so this is a particular place where people who were looking for work, they would get together. So he was sitting there reading the Quran and waiting the first day. So next day, Abu Amir Basri goes to see him, but he's not there. And he's told that this young man only works once a week. He only works on Saturday. So because he had done so much work in that one day, he said, I'm happy to just continue with him working in my home, and fine, I will come next Saturday. Next Saturday he goes, and this young 22-year-old is in the same place reciting the Quran. Again they had a similar conversation, and this time Abu Amir Basri took him to his house and he hid. And he wanted to see, how is this young man able to do so much work by himself? So what does Abu Amir Basri see? He sees that he's mixing the cement, but the bricks on their own, they were leveling themselves. Subhanallah. What does this mean? He had the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He had the help of angels. So here Abu Amir tried to give him more money, but he refused. And he says, Abu Amir Basri says, I waited another week. So basically with that money that he was getting, that was enough for him to get bread and pass the week basically. He was living a life of qana'at, zuhud, contentment. So he waited another week. Next Saturday, Abu Amir Basri goes to the same place, and the young man was missing this time. And someone said he's in a field. So Abu Amir Basri goes there and he sees that this young prince, he's lying on the floor and his head is on a brick. He didn't even have a pillow. His head was on a brick. So Abu Amir Basri, he puts his head on his lap and he says, what's the matter? And he says, oh Abu Amir, my time is up. When I die, shroud me in these clothes. Abu Amir Basri said, I'll buy you new kafan. He said, new clothes are for the living. These clothes are okay for me. When I die, shroud me in these clothes. And this lota that I have, give it to the person that gives me ghusl. And this ring and this holy Quran, give it to the Caliph Haroon Rasheed. Take it to Baghdad. Tell him that it's from a traveler and let him know, don't be deceived by the dunya. فَلَا تَغُرَّنَّكُمُ الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا. Don't be deceived by the dunya. Don't live a life in comfort and don't be unaware of death. Be mindful of your hereafter. This young man, prince, he recited the kalima and he passed away. Abu Amir Basri went to Baghdad and there was a ceremony, there was a parade. The king, Caliph was busy and he shouted, he said, look, I have something that belongs to you. And he had a brief conversation with the Caliph. And when the Caliph finished his parade, he told one of his men, go call that man. And he said to him, whatever you've said to the Caliph, you've changed him. He looks very upset. If you have to say 3 things to him, say 2 things to him. Have mercy upon him. So here, this man, Abu Amir Basri, he tells Caliph Haroon Rasheed everything. He tells him everything, the way he met this prince. So this is when Abu Amir Basri, he's told that he was a prince. So he was my son. Haroon Rasheed said, that was my son. He was born before I became a caliph. He only took the Quran and that lota. I told his mom, give him a ring as well. So if he's ever in a difficult situation, he can use it. So the Caliph Haroon Rasheed, he said, oh Abu Amir Basri, don't you know we are Abbasi Sayyid? We are from the descendants of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why did you take so much work from him? He said, I never knew. So the Caliph said that, did you shroud him? Did you bury him? He said, yes. So Caliph Haroon Rasheed kissed the hands of Abu Amir Basri, put them on his chest and he started to cry. And then he went to Basra, he visited the grave of his son. So my brothers, my sisters, look, this was a prince and look at the life he was living, a life of contentment. Even about our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they say, Malike Kaunain hai, go paas kuch rakhte nahi, do jahan ki ne'matein hain, unke khali haath mein. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam adopted this faqr ikhtiyar. He adopted this poverty as well. He wanted to live like this as well. So my brothers, we need to focus on our hereafter. We need to remember our death. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to do something for our akhirah.